Good evening. My name is Jesse Soto. Last December, I graduated from the University of Texas at Dallas with a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering. I'm currently employed by Nokia Networks. I'm a telecommunications engineer, and I'm happy to be there. I can now provide for my family. I can provide financial stability for my parents, allow my brothers to invest in themselves, invest and pursue their desires, and securing their education in the future as well. I come from an immigrant family. I was born in Mexico. Only a couple of months after my birth did my family decide to come to the United States. They thought it'd be a great place for me to be, and it's turned out to be this way. Like many immigrant families and lower income families, we're almost taught to walk with our heads down, kind of walking in shame, too embarrassed to ask questions, living in uncertainty, not knowing what tomorrow is going to bring. When you need help, you don't know how to ask. This is the exact same fear that's in many high school students trying to go into college. I don't mean to get preachy, but I do want to relate a story that's found early in the Bible. When the Jewish people, when the Israelites were freed from captivity, they went from being slaves, they went in pursuit of the promised land. They went to find a land they said that flowed of honey and milk because it was said to be prosperous. They said there would be great things. They said there was wonderful things. There was success. There was a way to provide for your family. You would no longer have to live in oppression. And they did this. As soon as they're about to arrive, they send out 12 spies, or scouts, if you will. 10 of them go and they return with a negative report, and they say there's giants. They're going to eliminate us. We're going to die. It's a terrible place to go. Let's not go. Yet there was 2 of these scouts that went and returned with a positive thing to say. And they said, that place is wonderful. That place is great. It's bountiful. It's fruitful. It's prosperous. We can provide for our families. We can succeed. We can strive. Had these not come from the same place, had they not seen the same things, absolutely they did. No one made a wrong turn. They were in the same place. These are today's students. You have those that see the promised land in fear, and you have very few that see it as a great thing. What's happening is that when you tell a student to go file for financial aid, for FAFSA, TAFSA, scholarships, go apply for this university, for that university, it's easier said than done. We say those things so easily. Why? Because, like someone put it to me, we have a champ on our corner. We have experience on our side. Your mother, your father, your older brother, your aunt, whatever it is, someone's telling you how to do it. Not everybody has that champ. So what's happening is when you're asking a senior or a junior to start thinking about college, you're not asking them to fill out an application. You're asking him to overcome the fear. You're asking them to overcome the doubt. You're asking them to take great leaps. Leaps that even their parents couldn't overcome. Because that fear their parents lived is the same fear they instilled into their children. It's not just a piece of paper. I know that FAFSA is now online, and it's getting easier and easier. But it's not the application that's difficult. It's the mental block, the fear, the doubt. My journey started in high school when I was told I would not go to college for several reasons. First of all, at the time I was an undocumented student. I didn't have the best grades. I didn't have the money it took, the resources to get me there. Fortunately, even though I had that one highly respected teacher tell me that to my face, I had incredible mentors and counselors, my family, that marked the way and taught me how to go. And it's those people that got me past the fear. I started going to college fairs. And what did I learn? Terms like financial aid, terms like tuition, credit hours, they started becoming less scary every year. I kind of stumbled through it, but I got through it. I went on, I graduated high school. I was the first to graduate high school in my family. Went to community college. Had great mentors there as well. Great counselors, people rooting me on, making me believe things that I didn't believe about myself. Got to University of Texas at Dallas. That was a great experience. Also had great people cheering me on along the way. And I believe that we should give by grace what by grace we have received. And so what did I do? I try to help those behind me, trying to participate in these financial aid workshops, trying to tell students, hey, it's not that bad. Because my goal wasn't to tell them information, because I can give you a brochure, but if you have the fear that doesn't let you read it, it's no good to me. That's what I went to do, was to remove that fear. It's very unfortunate, and I'm sure a lot of you educators here know that it's disappointing when you have planned for 300-400 students to go to this workshop. You plan for months, you allocate resources, you make people come out and help. Yet that Saturday morning, you have 20 students show up. You have 50 at most. You bought breakfast for everyone, yet they couldn't seem to get out of their beds, into their cars, and onto campus because of the fear. It's not a question of whether we continue to yell out into the void. Do we continue to extend our hand even though no one's reaching for it? It's not a question because we have to. It's because we must. The question is simply, how do we do it better? How do we allocate our resources better? How do we reach more students? How do we make it so that we don't overburden those willing to help? How do we make it so that we don't burn out those educators? How do we make it more successful? All I have to say is this, that ignorance is not the problem. Fear is. There is hope, and we've seen it. Let's not take back our hand. Let's keep our hand extended. Thank you.